Yo, Sarge14 back with another reaction. Today's video is a huge one, as you've seen the title. This is CB, A Driller's Perspective 2 album reaction. How many album reactions have we done on the channel? I think we've done about 3. It's a very rare occurrence, but this one is a very special occasion. We're not going to get many more occasions like this. Shout out to CB himself. He actually sent me the whole album early, so massive thank you to that. So honestly, without any further ado, I'm very excited to get into this. Let's get into the intro. See what it's saying.
Snitzy shy on one extra.
Right, let's start with this.
Man want beef, but they never come for. Like CB, all I need is one call. You see me alone.
Yo, man, the guy listening.
Yo, my killie.
Fucking, let's go live around what? That 6:30, 7 times.
I can't say no more. Hit me up them times.
Hold on. Oh no, what's happened?
Yo, my killie.
Fucking, let's go live around what? That 6:30, 7 times.
I can't say no more. Hit me up them times, innit?
I don't know who that is.
They're feeding now, innit? So they're due to bust my door any minute, fam.
I don't know who he was talking to though. Right, not much in that one. It's just the intro. I'm guessing that's gonna segue into the first song.
Everyone's talking king's a drill. But to be the king,
King of Drill.
you gotta walk like one.
Kenny All-Star.
Talk like one. And most importantly, you gotta protect that land that you step on, as well as that throne that you sit on. Now you tell me.
This intro is gassing me. Aye.
King of Drill CB.
Yeah.
Sleep on a violation, that's why I wanna call all these cases. Me on blast, that's 2 bats blazing. I've left hella blood on the south side pavements.
Fair enough, man. Can't sleep in a violation. That's why I went and caught all these cases. Okay.
Blazing, I've left hella blood on the south side pavements. My aim's on point, I can get it from far. Rather do it close and personal. I was doing drills while I was on curfew. Gun residue came like my perfume. I talk about smoke, I live this life.
Gun residue came like my perfume. Fam, at this point, I'm not even questioning this guy. Hey!
So I get down for mine, bro.
Wait, hold on.
I talk about smoke, I live this life. I saw I get down for mine, bro. Got touching me, got round there on site. 3 days, man, spent in the ride. I'll do it for my CGEs, that's Mobs DT and S13.
3 days you spent in the what? Hold on.
In the ride, I'll touching me, got round there on site. 3 days, man, spent in the ride.
3 days spent. Nah. On the things, they said he spent a whole day lurking. 3 days. Fam, so what, did they not go home to eat? Like, what? McDonald's drive-thru for 3 days? Fam, nah. There's no way.
Residue came like my perfume.
There's no way.
Smoke, I live this life, I saw I get down for mine. Bro, got touching me, got round there on site. 3 days, man, spent in the ride. I'll do it for my CGEs, that's Mobs DT and S13. Northside Nurm do drills, we do it for the block, their man do it for IG. Yeah, I got beef with nerds, their man take L's and they start twisting words. Fuck with me, I'll get a siblings burst. I beef 4 blocks and they've all been hurt. I lost count all the guys I touch.
I beat 4 blocks and they've all been hurt. Okay, remember what Kenny was saying at the start about you defend your territory to 4 different families. He's circled. Like, they got him circled and they've all been hurt. Okay.
Been hurt. I lost count all the guys I touch. I touch more guys than you giving out spuds. Do that drill for the gang, that's love, can't lie, man. I'll still do that drill for fun. Slash man bait, then pray I get away. If not, then I'm filling up canteen sheets. Ask about man, pepper this beef. We was the ones who turned up east. Now I'm on the wing and sliders with my lifers. They didn't want to let us free, it's calm. Just came through on the V, that's loud. Burning couple sheets. Still eat good, that's kippers. Macro, I told bro, come, let's cook up a feast. Pattern different, yeah, we still living. Can't complain, I ain't 6 feet deep. But I got ups that are 6 feet under the ground. I'm still here billing up loud. Know some real life shooters. Say the wrong word, I'll send my shooters round.
I'm saying I can't complain, I'm not dead. They are, but I'm not. I can't complain, fam. Okay.
And I'm still here billing up loud. Know some real life shooters. Say the wrong word, I'll send my shooters round. You don't wanna see what they got in their pouch. Now it's too big, can't fit in no pouch. Last guy shot at them screaming ouch. Chest shot gang trying to take them out. If you ain't down,
this beat is similar to Rap or Road. Like, it's very similar. I don't know if it's all for same producers also. I don't know if he just flipped that song or lowered the pitch a little bit, slowed it down a bit, but it sounds kind of similar. I'm not gonna lie.
They got in their pouch. Now it's too big, can't fit in no pouch. Last guy shot at them screaming ouch. Chest shot gang trying to take them out.
That bar man's too big, can't fit in no pouch reminds me of RV's bar. Last time I got nicked, had a shanks for big, couldn't fit in the evidence. She reminds same kind of vibes.
You ain't down to kill me, you ain't got beef. What's the reason, please? Don't get caught up in this life, you can't sign out. Now I won't let you leave. Yeah, I got ops for days and weeks, and most been touched can see in me. And if they ain't been touched already, then that's pending, wait and see. I swear I really lived this life, I still got blood on my Rambo knife. When the G see me, they salute, cause they know about the work I've mashed in my time. They send me a scene allowed together, cause they know what we're on together. Spill that blood that's wet so wet as I love my bro, he's down forever. King of Draw, I don't know about rapping. They can vouch for me on the streets, all I know is war, I don't know about peace. I'll live my life when the ops deceased. Trying to put his neeks in dirt, the man rap me.
Did he say, I'll live my life for the ops deceased? But until then, he's not resting. But why am I smiling? Why am I smiling?
I know is war, I don't know about peace.
But he's saying King of Draw, I don't know about music. He's not even talking about the music when he talks about Draw. I don't know if you've seen that interview time ago when they were asking Lil Durk about like why is it called drill music. It's because of the drills in real life. That's why we call it. It's just the music for that stuff going on out there. So he doesn't even care about the music when he's talking about the title of King of Drill. He's not talking about the music. He's talking about real life drills.
But we're on together. Spill that blood that's wet so wet as I love my bro, he's down forever. King of Draw, I don't know about rapping. They can vouch for me on the streets, all I know is war, I don't know about peace. I'll live my life when the ops deceased.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Neeks in dirt, the man rap me squeezing first. That boy got splashed too deep, can't lie, that one must have really hurt. When we pluck big men disperse, get caught then you get to a herb. Sometimes the ops do drills, but when we dirt, we leave them worse. Trying to put these neeks in dirt, the man rap me squeezing first. That boy got splashed too deep, can't lie, that one must have really hurt.
That's the hook. Okay.
When we pluck big men disperse, get caught then you get to a herb. Sometimes the ops do drills, but when we dirt, we leave them worse.
So this is effectively the intro. It's effectively the first song on the album. So that's a very good start, I'm not gonna lie. Straight to the point. A song called King of Draw, I'm expecting to hear about that kind of stuff. I like the beat a lot. Like I said, similar to Rapper Road, and I like that one a lot. Shout out on 4. Yeah, I'm rating that one there. He's definitely got better tracks than that, but it's a very, very strong start to the song. When I say he's got better tracks than that, like I've said time and time again, CB's very best songs are some of the very best drill songs ever made. So for him, when I'm listening to his music, the caliber is unusually high because it's unfair. It's kind of unfair at this point because I'm ranking this song I'm hearing to some of the best songs I've ever heard in my life in this genre. That's a very good start. I feel like there's a few artists, a handful of artists, where they've reached a level or their style of music, like Unknown T comes to mind as well. Just the way they do drill can't be done wrong. Like they just encapsulate the genre so perfectly, just naturally. So naturally, it's always going to sound really good. So at a default level, it's always going to be a minimum 8 out of 10 song. This one, would I rate this one down? That's probably an 8 out of 10 song. Like I said, he's obviously got better songs. I'm expected to hear better songs in that album. But the song's straight to the point. It's called King of Drill. He's talking about why he's the King of Drill. He's just explained it to you. Alright, this is what I'm going to call this song this. And you're going to hear this. Can you all start with that intro gassing me up, hyping me up. But yeah, man, it's solid 8 out of 10. But definitely better songs in that album, which excites me heavily because that was a very good song. So let's get into the next one. Alright, the next song's called No Verbal, so let's get into this one. Let's see what this one's saying.
Really on smoke, I ain't gonna let man's ruthless, then my dead still losing. Same day, broski, when I'm gonna Putin, I've got around there on Tuesday. I'll whack out juicing, leave them using, but he on all like Putin. Between me and my nigga TT, we got about 3 that's proven. But I step this stress, that's minimum GPH with 10, I'll sell for less. Remember they tried to shoot and end, so I've got around there and shot when I've done it again and again and again. How many times we left, man? No verbal, when I work, no verbal, when we call with them.
So just a freestyle through the phone. Alright, fair enough. Good segue. It adds to your authenticity because you gotta remember, I don't know how these songs are all sounding so good because this guy, he's not actually outside to be making this in the studios. I don't know why they sound so good and so clear. So I'm assuming that was him on that one there. And this is also him on this next one, but with a special guest. CB and Kwengface again. We saw they had a song on Kwengface's mixtape. Now let's see what this one said. It's called Machines. Without any further ado, I'm very excited for this one. Is this not the same beat as the last? I think, yeah, this is the same beat. R14 again.
I mean, let's be honest. Some of the lyrics, some of the words
Nah,
in drill
fraud.
music are pretty horrific, aren't they? You know, I put Rambo blades in chest. Take that risk by CB.
Fam, I must have not been watching the news at that time, otherwise I would have tweeted about that like crazy, but fam.
Who's talking what? Anywhere goes, they know I ain't into this talking stuff. We call these bluff. Fuck with the G's, I'll squeeze, won't stop till this corner's done. They lie on tracks. Talk by drop my Chris, these lies gonna get you bun. I'll call his mum. They ain't really on one on, so stop with this talking. Bring me a savage, the left, I spit, I live. Trust me, I ain't just rapping. Really do questions. Yeah, we had knew him on ropes. That was me a gang on madness, really on badness. When I grip that bow, trust I was doing up stabbers, my knife what meds. Nigga, if you slip, get drenched. Go ask the ops what happened. Got beef with cowards on road, them man run and hide. Show them man
Hey!
Who's talking what? Anywhere goes, they know I ain't into this talking stuff. We call these bluff. Fuck with the G's, I'll squeeze, won't stop till this corner's done. They lie on tracks. Talk by drop my Chris, these lies gonna get you bun. I'll call his mum. They ain't really on one on, so stop with this talking. Bring me a
Like, fam, like, I'm just hearing it. And what's nuts is he's saying things we've heard before, so it's normal, but it shouldn't be normal. He just casually said, I'll call his mum. What? Fam.
So stop with this talking, bring me a savage, the left I spit, I live. Trust me, I ain't just rapping, really do questions. Yeah, we had knew him on ropes. That was me a gang on madness, really on badness. When I grip that bow, trust I was doing up stabbers, my knife what meds. Nigga, if you slip, get drenched. Go ask the ops what happened, got beef with cowards on road, them man run and hide. Show them man hide in showers, they ate on piss. Yeah, I already said that shit, don't
hide in showers. Wait. Wait, what?
on road, them man run and hide. Show them man hide in showers, they ate on piss. Yeah,
On road, them man hide. On road, them man run and hide. In jail, them man hide in showers. Fam, surely there's not many places to hide in there. Like.
hide in showers, they ate on piss. Yeah, I already said that shit, don't compare me to none of these rappers. Really on votes, I ain't gonna talk, they know. Really trying to take their souls, really trying to get man down. Really trying to turn them loud, Pat's got enough to go round. If you fuck with a set, get drenched. If you fuck with a gang, get packed. My aim is still intact, I've done boons and been whacked. Yeah, with the kings of shellings. Yeah, with the kings of the seventh. When I get round there, some murder, I ain't trying to hear no attempted. Broadday, I was hopping at them cabbies. The 3-8 spins what makes me happy. Get round there, jump out of the ride and bang that mash with them man about machines.
This baby 9 kinda makes me happy. If I jump out the ride, get slappy. I gotta hit one before they all dashy. I'm on doing it.
Get round there, jump out.
Because you know what it is? Their song on Kweng's album, like, it was good, but I knew that they can produce a better song than that together. It was more of like a laid back song. But it's like, if I'm hearing those two collab, like, I want to hear something nuts. Like, I feel like this is more that.
Ride and bang that mash with them man about machines.
This baby 9 kinda makes me happy. If I jump out the ride, get slappy. I gotta hit one before they all dashy. I'm on doing it scatty.
We beat these neats that leave their friends. The driver ducks so we touch the passy. And a couple man would have been dead. Shit, then why I gotta smoke this am?
Man, it's always us, man.
Kweng and CB back to back. Huh?
And a couple man would have been dead. Shit, then why I gotta smoke this am?
Man, it's always us, man. It couldn't be them. You're mad. Go right for your friend. Ever since I knew about them feature fees, I've been around too much skanks. Wax get slapped, you get packed. Can't lie, man, my life is a mess. I ain't really got no friends. There's SK Swifford and the West. Ain't what, but I love it. Still trying to do it in public. Sure you wanna do it in public. Bareback taking a risk, but fuck it. Just got me a drop on the op. Got round there 4 minutes. Me and my ones at Bagel had them boy, they're missing. Swing my arms with action, shooting my shot, one eye like I'm plankton. One more pack, that's a hat trick. Me and my shag got a fatal attraction. On the up block doing backflips, me and she Squeeze got matching mashes. Man's been down for the action, them boy there just down for the chatting. Hands on the white man slapping it, tapping it. Out of his toes, man's dragging it. I don't came with the nose, man hammer it. Boy better know this thing ain't jammering. I just jumped out the whip with my Z.
Boy better know this thing ain't jammering. You know, Jammer the rapper, he's in Boy better, fam, hard.
The nose, man hammer it. Boy better know this thing ain't jammering. I just jumped out the whip with my ZK. Can't even lie, had the up boys panicking. Them man rap when them man packed. Can't lie, it's rattling.
Broadday, I was hopping at them cabbies.
Hard verse.
The 3-8 spins what makes me happy.
I expect nothing less from Kweng at this point.
Get round there, jump out of the ride and bang that mash with them man about machines.
This baby 9 kinda makes me happy. If I jump out the ride, get slappy. I gotta hit one before they all dash.
So that's the hook.
I'm on doing it scatty.
We beat these neats that leave their friends. The driver ducks so we touch the passy. And a couple man would have been dead. Shit, then why I gotta smoke this and me? Shit, then why I gotta smoke this and me?
That's what I was expecting from their song before. I thought it was gonna be like this. Cold beat. 014, man. Another very cold beat. That's at least 3 on this album, because obviously Rapper Road's on this as well. Minimum 3 cold beats. Yeah, man, I like that one a lot. As I said throughout that one, that's what I was expecting on the one on Kweng's album. I thought it was going to be more like that. I feel like that one was a good song, but I knew they could do better than that. And that's exactly what I meant. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together at the time. If they've done one on Kweng's album, it's obviously one on CB's album coming as well. But I like that one a lot. Really like that one a lot. And I like the way it segued in from the last one. I feel like the last one, I was like, this seems a bit odd, because all these ones, the whole point of him releasing the album is so polished, it all sounds really nice. Then we've got a Joel Freestyle. Obviously, I get the authenticity, because that's his situation at the moment, but I was confused. But for that to segue into this one, very, very smart. I like that one a lot. If it's the same beat, I'm assuming it is from my memory. I'm pretty confident it is. But yeah, that's that's the collab I was expecting from them. Would I rate that one out of 10? I rate that one like a solid 8.5. That's a cold song. That's a cold song. That's literally, like I said, Kweng, like I said, Unknown T. Kwengface is another one of those artists where just the way he does drill, I feel like he's perfected his style so well to the point where like every song's a minimum 8 out of 10. Like as the default from Kweng, 8 out of 10. If you can make it a very cold Kweng song, then that's a 9 at a minimum. But default level, even if it's just a throwaway song from him, it's not going to be anything below an 8 out of 10. So yeah, I rate that one like an 8.5, and I really like the beat as well. Like I said, R14, 2 songs on this album already that I'm really liking from him, the beats wise. So yeah, man, really like that one there. Song number 5 here, we got Still Active featuring Suspect. So we knew Suspect was on this. C1, Broadday, and YB. Let's get into this one. BK. We heard a snippet of this one.
You made the crime rate rise up. That's not about facts. This bitch and she's down to a ride. That's not about lies. That's not about cat. Put my life on the line for the gang.
Sounds like C1.
3 shanks, 1 back. Fuck all the chattings. We make it happen. Go do it, Madison, back to the trap.
What's with the lying? What's with the capping? Most man don't ride with the intent to kill. So what's the point of drilling if you ain't trying to do killings? I ain't trying to say that I've killed before, but my intent is to drill some more. Trying to put all of the ops in the morgue so I can end this war. Pull up and smoke my sibling, man done did it. Had your bro in surgery. These time Johnny's riding 30. Hope he appeals so I fuck man early.
It's the way it's so like uncensored, like, not even uncensored, but the way that they just don't hold back. They just say it as it is, fam. I swear, like, nah.
My sibling, man done did it. Had your bro in surgery. These time Johnny's riding 30. Hope he appeals so I fuck man early. Trying to remove man's head back. Don't hit lower than chest, fam. Touch when I mind you're dead man. Dead man. Dead man. And I mean it. I ain't no rapper. I'm a driller that raps. It's a different meaning. I'll like to share, but these those here, the ops can keep it. Just got a rusty whack needs greasing, but saying where I'ma beat it. Bad to the net, real life, they nervous. Work on that when I saw him in person.
I remember that from the snippet.
Got shaven, try back to base, they both got put in a place, yo. How many times I chased DH and bits done duck goose for the gauge. Lives too greasy, steps in his days, got shame secrets not safe. How many times they hid their wounds, you know that's your blood on your shoes, but they still got no shame. He's 30 plus trying to boost his Snapchat views. No, we don't get that irrelevant use, he deserved it if we turned him zoo. I was kinda confused like who had his use come, got backed and then left no clues. Get put on my swisher, get put on my blues.
I was excited to hear these 2 on the track because the styles are similar in a way that they don't care. They don't care. They're just gonna say it exactly as it is. That's why I was excited to hear what they sound like on the song, back to back especially.
I was kinda confused like who had his use come, got backed and then left no clues. Get put on my swisher, get put on my blues, get put on my blunt. We didn't drop, we smoking too. 6 balls get stuffed in the spinner, the dot get filled with 2. The ding dong get filled with 4. We head to the 5 and turn off 2s. Catch K's get paid what AG do. Ching ching bow bow what AG do. Turn crack into pals what AG do.
I like the flow.
On the ground what AG do. Smooth criminal, I'll take your boo. Thief in the night, we snatch you soldiers, do things that green.
So that line could have been delivered better, but carry on.
Thief in the night, we snatch you soldiers, do things that Green Reapers do. Ask the one side if it's not true.
On me who? Files I be on me too. All the strengths of the whack we use, this smash don't jam and it loves me too. I'll settle with swing in my shank, gotta bring back something new. I'll drill it in public view, and we're winning this public news. Yes it was us that did that. Bring both, let's twist that, fuck us slugs. Back then it was Ridgeback, servants good and a big man. But Now we send banning them. Not once we sliding them. Green light for them. Their friends don't ride for them. Still 10 with the shanks that kiss me out of them. So show me, who's your homies? Send some healthcare dead friends lonely. I'ma smoke him slowly. Don't wanna talk much over there, they know me. Call me too smoky. And I'm active gang put in a stogie.
Call me too smoky, fam. I miss that guy's music, man.
I'ma smoke him slowly. Don't wanna talk much over there, they know me. Call me too smoky. And I'm active gang put in a stogie. See your come show me. Fuck them bet SYMs. They ain't got none of my friends. I know why them boy mad at me. They know I've done it again. I'll smoke on same time I'll blow on one of my skanks. On tops, this shit won't stop. Got time, they're crew by 10.
It's about time I start smoking flow. Bitch man, I got beef with pussy. Leave him in red, Marilyn Monroe. Missing Madeline McCann. And then he revive just like Jon Snow. Hot pussy, everyone ski and
So every time I hear that girl reference to Enjoy, it gets worse every time, man. I feel like that situation, the fact people just reference it so casually is nuts.
leave him in red, Marilyn Monroe.
And then, yeah, I think Marilyn Monroe's most iconic outfit was a red dress. That's what that reference is.
Madeline McCann. And then he revive just like Jon Snow. Hot pussy, everyone ski and
Jon
go.
Snow, I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I think that's a Game of Thrones character, though.
Shit like Dynamo and go vanishing like Dynamo. Most that's
Dynamo, that's a name I haven't heard in years. That magician go missing like Dynamo, that's what that's about.
been hospitalized with a round of applause, but the gang still clapping. We ain't got no manners, we get down you so we can't stop bragging. History lesson 101 when the beef kicked off, none of them are on badness, madness. Man's doing up tactics.
You say history lesson 101, fair enough.
The driver sit back, 3 man hop out, leave it flat like a mattress. Old school was it on a
Hard.
paper,
That was hard. That was hard.
beef kicked off, none of them are on madness. Man's doing up tactics. Tell the driver sit back, 3 man hop out, leave it flat like a mattress. Old
was
school
hard.
was it on a playground, now I can't drop his holes in fabric. Free CB got nick for madness. Free him up. Free CB got nick for madness.
We made the crime rate rise up. That's not about facts. This bitch says she's down to a ride. That's not about lies. That's not about cap. Put my life on the line for the gang. 4 man, 3 shanks, 1 whack. Fuck all the chattings. We make it happen. Go do a madness and back to the trap. We make the crime rate rise up. That's not about facts. This bitch says she's down to a ride. That's not about lies. That's not about cap. Put my life on the line for the gang. 4 man, 3 shanks, 1 whack. Fuck all the chattings. We make it happen. Go do a madness and back to the trap.
I'm not too sure if I'm feeling that one, you know. I'm shocked. I thought I'd be really rating this one. It was alright, but I feel like some people... Hold on. Beat was nuts. Beat was crazy for sure. But yeah, I thought I'd be rating that one higher than I'm going to. That's interesting, you know. I feel like on that one, some people had significantly better verses than others. Yeah, I feel like that's my main takeaway from that one. That's kind of shocked me. I was really looking forward to that one. Sauce's verse was alright. It was alright, but I feel like he's got a better verse. I thought he would like proper up his game for this one. Cause I feel like this one is one that, especially from seeing though, it's like on my channel. I remember back at uni, I had to do that whole hot takes video because there were a lot of people comparing the two. I remember when Sus dropped his album, a lot of people just straight away compared it to CP straight. I was like, huh? What's going on? So when I saw them on the song together, I was like, this is a good opportunity. I think CB, when I say spun him, I wouldn't say spun him, but I preferred CB's verse to it. The beat was nuts. I feel like the beat was done justice. It's not like they didn't do the beat justice collectively, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's one I've got to go back and listen to again before I give my like absolute like conclusive opinion on it. But on first opinion, not rating as highly as I thought I was, which is nuts. I thought I'd really be looking forward to that one. But now I'd probably rate the Kweng one higher. And that one I think I gave an 8.5. So it's only right I give this one an 8. But this is definitely one, on first listen, I'm knowing I'm going to have to go back and listen to it again before I can like really think about it. Because there are a lot of people on the song as well. I don't know, how long was that song? How long was that? Yeah, nearly 5 minutes, yeah. So there were a lot of people on it. There were some verses that were ages ago now that I'm going to have to listen back again to remember what they were like. But on first listen, yeah, as I was listening to it, I was like, I was waiting for like that kick for like the verse to be like, it didn't really come. Not gonna lie, it didn't really come. But yeah, I'll give that one an 8 on first listen. But I have to go back and see what it's like again. But yeah, not as impressed as I thought I was gonna be. And that's kind of shocked me, I can't lie. But and let's just get into the next one. Next track is Rap or Road, but we've already heard this one. Next track after that is Mum.
Begin
I hit the CB 23 years. I was locked in my cell, I shed green tears.
Hey, mum, you right?
How are you? Báwo ló ṣe wà ó ṣe dáadáa ni?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good.
Damn.
Kí n sọ fún ẹni pé washing machine mi ó ti bàjẹ́ o, mo dẹ̀ nídìí tuntun.
Okay. What, how much do you need?
I don't know if that's Yoruba, I don't understand. I'm not Nigerian.
300 to 400 pounds ni o.
Yeah, alright then, just holler Maiwa.
Ta ló ń jẹ́ Máyọ̀wá o?
Maiwa, my manager. Holler him and then he'll send you the money.
Alright, ó ṣe gan-an ọmọ mi.
Yeah, it's alright, man. Come on, of course.
Ó dàbọ̀.
Alright then, alright, bye.
Damn. That's my personal one. Yeah, it's a mad contrast. Like when you deep the kind of album this is, it kind of brings it all home. Like these are real people, man. You kind of forget, you kind of get carried away in the music sometimes. But yeah, it's a nice touch to it. Next we got Gangland featuring Fatz and Squeeks. This sounds more like a rap beat. This isn't drill. It doesn't sound like drill at least.
My mum's like, son, I don't like the way you're living. Told her that'll change and I've done another drilling.
Bad music.
Bad music. He produced Talk On My Name.
Yeah, still rolling with big guns. Man can't even fucking try eye this. All we do is load up. We ain't doing fly kicks. Niggas screaming out gangland. I never aimed on a up. I made it bang bang.
You gon' die, but you gon' die before your time. My strap like my Nikes, I'm sliding with a 9. And my brother's in that courthouse, fighting for his life. I was dealing with some draw outs, flinging at some bang. Bitch hooked on a fish, yeah, I like her on the line. I cook cold like a dish, yeah, I'm dining all the time. Don't consume, I supply. Carve room or come true on a bike. I burst bubbles, I don't blow balloons, or you were right.
Like
Before my mother had me in a workshop, I've been around tools all my life. Know it's on if I sight, trying to off with his light. I'm really outside, I'm at Fox in the night. Boxed in on the drive, for that box or that white. I do dirt till I'm clean, I'm a plumber with a pipe. Red tears and machines, I ain't trying to pick.
What was that, Plumber Land? What was that?
For that box or that white, I do dirt till I'm clean. I'm a plumber with a pipe. Red tears and machines, I ain't trying to pick a fight. Me
I do dirt till I'm clean. What does that even mean?
in the night, boxed in on the drive. For that box or that white, I do dirt till I'm clean. I'm a plumber with a pipe. Red tears and machines, I ain't trying to pick a fight. Me and CB alike, up top, give me 5.
I'm a driller, it don't get any realer. I don't show love to yats, but I show it to the spinner. I'm really in the field, been running down the niggas. Like pussy stop running and they start running quicker. My mum's like, son, I don't like the way you're living. Told her that'll change and I've done another drilling. It's fucked in the hood, but this the life that we live in. Get busy in the trap and ride on the opposition. My blocks popping just like my guns popping. The niggas hopscotching when they saw them doors busting. I'm a savage in the flesh. When you talking about drillings, we the best. Niggas know I got tech. One bell and hit his head. Free the Gaza, free the Gaza.
Like he said, niggas now got tech. Like he's talking about his free kick ability, man. Nah.
Talking about drillings, we the best. Niggas know I got tech. One bell and hit his head. Free the Gaza, that's my.
That's not normal, man. That's not normal, man.
To the death, for them you know I'll step. For them you know I'll squeeze till there ain't nothing left. When they sliding, it's attempted. When we sliding, it's the M.
Still rolling with big guns. Man can't even fucking try eye this. All we do is load up. We ain't doing fly kicks. Niggas screaming out gangland. I never aimed on a up. I made it bang bang. I've had enough. Niggas act tough but ain't on piss. I can never stand in court and say I done this. You're acting brave because you're rolling round 6 deep. It hurt my heart to see my little brother 6 feet. And when I'm standing round the grave, I can't skin teeth. And we ain't squashing shit. It's been beef, so fuck that. Nothing ain't done until I get it back. Them niggas say they're about, but it's never that. Big dog round here, the man is little puppies. Take the weed and left the what? Big dummy. I told Legs, don't worry, just put your dukes up. Cause any dramas round here, you know we're tools up.
Yeah, I rate this. This track reminds me of what was it? I think Still Waving on Driller's Perspective 1. There, he put a rap song on that album as well. And it's really good because it shows that he's not just a draw rapper. Like, this guy can actually rap properly, which is why I rate CB so highly, especially nowadays in the new genre of drill where people are very, very rude these days, like very, very to the point. A lot of the newer fans are like, fam, isn't that just what CB is? I'm like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it just feels a bit different when he raps. And this is why he has these songs where it's not even drill. Like, it's still the drill content, but the way it's being delivered, like he's rapping here with like other actual rappers, and he's still keeping up with them. Like his verse was calm. Like I enjoyed that one a lot. I feel like, yeah, as I said, it reminded me of Still Waving on the other one. It fits on this album because deep what he's talking about. Maybe the beat isn't drill. Maybe it's not a drill song by definition, but it very much fits on an album like this. Would I rate this one out of 10? I'll rate that one like a solid 8 out of 10. That's a solid song. Yeah, no, I'll rate that one there. And both the other two, Fatz and what was his name? And Squeeks. I haven't heard of them both, but very, very good contributions to the song. I actually like that song there. So yeah, I'll give that one a solid 8 out of 10. This next track here, number 9, we've got Do Road featuring Snizzy. Let's get into this one.
So many artists go to jail and their music just ceases. CB is an artist in jail and he's still blessing us. It's a different caliber.
An entire album. In fact, both albums were dropped when he was in jail. Both of them. Huge credit for that. Well, credit to him for that. You see what this one said?
I'm a known brother, still beefing with these neats like I don't know better. I'm a up, I'm a go-getter. Let me see that punk and I'ma go dead in. I'll get the job done, no stressing.
Yeah, that's red tape on your whole
it's the way he says it, so straight to the point. It just catches you off guard all the time. I don't know why. It always catch me off guard.
Dead in, I'll get the job done, no stressing.
Yeah, that's red tape on your whole section. DOA, there's no telling when it's so left in. Up this pole on a pussy cause I'm so 7.
There's no telling when it's so left it. Okay.
DOA, there's no telling when it's so left in. Up this pole on a pussy cause I'm so 7. Known felon, I can never kill my own brethren. CB
when I'm riding, I straight levers. 2 bills in the dots, now let's go get
this is hard. Even this one, this isn't a drill beat, but it very much fits on that album. This is hard, man. I like the back-to-back that we're getting.
Straight levers, 2 bills in the dots, now let's go get him. If you slipped, then you made errors. If you snitched, then I straight shellings. I mash work, then I blaze them.
Backwood full of pagans, come through the woods and getting burnt cremation. We stay with the fire like we're living with Satan. We still got the gang under investigation. My driller's on job, we got a dual occupation.
I swear down that youth's gotta go, why do you think I do?
Driller's on job, we got a dual occupation, okay.
It's on job, we got a dual occupation.
I swear down that youth's gotta go, why do you think I do road? Tryna take away your soul, gotta get bread, cause my niggas got it. Cooked up the beef before I jumped on the beat like
couple man can't say the same. Call you pay, started rapping before you grip the blade. What you know about jumping out with the gauge? Back then they didn't rate, now shit's changed. Let me tell you how I'm living. Life of a villain. Kill or be killed when we catch them niggas slipping. Send them to the fishes, pussy end up guy missing. And now you're swimming in your early grave.
From the 7th where it's not safe, more time it's on waste. I ain't tryna slip like that dumb. Wood Gaza to the death of me. Lost a couple friends and I made a load of enemies. Yeah, they want me in the cemetery.
Yeah, it's full tank when we ride on the enemy. Drillers to official, blow that whistle like a referee. Scope on your top like JF Kennedy. You're doing all that gas works, keep that same energy.
For the ops.
Scope on your top like JF Kennedy. You know the president or the other president that got shot dead. Fam, fair enough.
Doing all that gas works, keep that same energy.
For the ops.
What did he say about gas works?
So like a referee, scope on your top like JF Kennedy. You're doing all that gas works, keep that same energy.
For the ops car, been riding. How the fuck ain't dead? Lord knows that I've been trying. I've had enough.
I don't know if he meant it. Obviously, gas is a form of energy. I don't know if he meant it like that, but he may have.
Keep that same energy.
For the ops car, been riding. How the fuck ain't dead? Lord knows that I've been trying. I've had enough, cause they keep lying. And I ain't gonna stop riding, so this beef's not dying. I swear down that youth's gotta go. Why do you think I do road? Tryna take away your soul. Gotta get bread, cause my niggas got it. Cooked up the beef before I jumped on the beat like
couple man can't say the same. Call you pay, started rapping before you grip the blade. What you know about jumping out with the gauge? Back then they didn't rate, now shit's changed.
I swear down that youth's gotta go. Why do you think I do road? Tryna take away your soul.
Solid song, solid.
Cause my niggas got it. Cooked up the beef before I jumped on the beat like
yeah, solid. No, hold up there, but solid.
What you know about jumping out with the gauge? Back then they didn't rate, now shit's changed.
Yeah, I don't recall anything too nuts being said on that one, apart from one of the opening lines about I got a good dead in. Like the way he said it, so I think it's the clarity, that's the word I was looking for, like the clarity of just saying such things so casually. and so like what's the word, like when you punctuate every letter of the word, that's what makes it so shocking, like no matter how many times you hear it. But now on the whole, yeah, just a solid song, solid, nothing too crazy, nothing too memorable about it, but a solid addition to that album nonetheless. And again, another track where the beat wasn't actually a drill beat, but the content was very drilly stuff. And I like the back-to-back we got. That was slightly different to what we've had on other songs. But overall, like nothing too crazy in that one. I think I just gave that one a solid 8 out of 10 again. Next song we have Lotion. I don't believe this is a full song though. That's worse. That's worse.
Hey, how are you? Well, go on, shorty.
That's not.
Hey, listen.
Go on.
Yeah, that business booked for next week still.
Next week when?
Thursday afternoon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, what's it called? You know you can't come empty handed doing it like.
I'm scared.
Nah, I just need you to bring me a little something.
Yeah, I can do it for you.
Fuck you, my nigga's gonna buck you, innit?
How will he know it's me?
I'm gonna give you a number now. I'm gonna give you a number now.
Okay, cool.
He's gonna shout you.
That's why it's called Lotion.
Cool.
Make sure you're on time, innit?
I'll be there.
Cool.
Fair enough. Fair enough, man. Shout out Wish though, shout out Wish. He call a chat Lotion, it's him on the phone to a girl. Fair enough, man. Alright, next song, Married to the Streets. So he was just talking to a girl and now we're talking about Married to the Streets. Is this one featuring anyone? No features on this one. Alright. Different type of beat. Again, not a drill beat. Shout out BK. Sounds like more of a certified lover boy type beat. What's this about to be?
Yo, listen. Got me a good one. Got me a rider, type of girl to hold me down if I turn to a lifer.
No way.
Through my bird, so I got her to the grave. She was with me through my sentence.
Nah, I don't believe this. No way see me doing a love song. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. No way. Has he got that type of, what's the word, versatility? No way.
Got me a good one. Got me a rider, type of girl to hold me down if I turn to a lifer.
That's insane.
Had me through my bird, so I got her to the grave. She was with me through my sentence, writing letters every day. Turn the driller soft, she still know that I'm a boss. I'm afraid to say I love her, and if I lose her, that's a loss. No, we ain't losing, always stay winning. I know it's real, cause I think I love her more than spinners. Shit's...
I was gonna say, fam, now, what type of love song is this gonna be? Like, fam, can you imagine, like, your man telling you he's writing you a song and he says, I know it's real because I love you more than spinners. Fair enough, man, fair enough.
I think I love her more than spinners.
Each to their own.
Shit's realer than rap. She was ringing my phone, I went ringing her back. I was stuck in the field, hopping out with them waps, but she was cooking me food. I was letting it crash, I was making her sad, I was making her stress. Then I'll call and let her know that I'm blessed. And if she need me, I'll be home in a sec. Anywhere goes, and everyone knows I do a draw, she'll be burning my clothes. He's tired of my life, I can see it in the eyes.
Fam, that's a love language I didn't know existed, you know? Fair enough.
He's tired of my life, I can see it in the eyes. I got shanked in my chest, it hurt more when she cried. Might be giving up this life, I ain't giving up this whack. If I hold a violation, I'll be running in a gaff. Look, she been there from the start, think I'm evil, but she the only one that see the good in my heart. She knows what I've done, but she don't care about the past. She just praying that we making it last. I ain't trying to let her down, but
I'm very impressed. We're only halfway through. I'm extremely impressed. Like, the way he's managed to make a drill love song, and it's very much like only a drill rapper could actually make such a song. But this is very much a love song as well. Fam, I am very impressed.
Good in my heart. She knows.
Now let me hear that part again, because I like that one.
If I hold a violation, I'll be running in a gaff. Look, she been there from the start. Think I'm evil, but she the only one that see the good in my heart. She knows what I've done, but she don't care about the past. She just praying that we making it last. I ain't trying to let her down, but I've got too much beef. That's why I always got something whenever we go to eat. Lay your hands on my girl and I'll put your mum to sleep. She just...
Did he not say that about don't slip with your bae, you'll both get hit, Man's date with shows? And now he's talking about, yeah, I never slip. I'm on dates as well, but I don't slip like that. Fair enough.
Ever we go to eat, lay your hands on my girl and I'll put your mum to sleep. She just wants to get married, but I'm married to the streets. I told the guys I wouldn't wife it. Cool feelings in the net.
Touch my girl, not your girl, your mum. Okay.
Hands on my girl.
What kind of exchange rate is that, fam? Some pound to naira type of exchange rate, fam.
I'll put your mum to sleep. She just wants to get married, but I'm married to the streets. I told the guys I wouldn't wife it. All feelings and denied it. Now I'm proud to be calling her my thing. Funny how things go. Now I'm fully involved. She likes to the night. She was hooked from the intro. Bestie didn't like me. Now her bestie's my G. Know that she loves me for me. Cause I ain't icy. She ain't in it for no money. She like
nah, let me hear that again. That was hard. That was hard.
She was hooked from the intro. Bestie didn't like me. Now her bestie's my G. Know that she loves me for me. Cause I ain't icy. She ain't in it for no money. She like me cause I'm funny. She like that I'm a driller. Ask her story. She's so inner. Yeah, she's so gangster. All the things she did for the kid, I couldn't thank her. Swear this girl really holds me down like an anchor. Sometimes we fight and she try hit me in my face, but it's nothing I can't handle. Always put her in her place. She needs a real nigga. Couldn't see her with no side man. Got so many titles. She my missus. I'm my right hand. Million groupies don't compare to her. She perfect. I'm a driller, but I had to do up Lotion cause she earned it. I'm a driller, but I had to do up Lotion cause she earned it.
It's proud aside for her. Nah, fam, I actually really like that song, you know.
She just wants to get married, but
I'm very impressed. I didn't know CB had that in him. I didn't know he had that in him. I would never have thought that. Fam, if you told me in 2017, this same CB from Take That Risk would be making love songs in his second album, I would never believe you. Shout out BK for the beat. Fam, I'm very, very pleasantly surprised. I'm very pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I'm trying to think back on the songs we've had so far. I remember I gave Rapper Road a 10 on my initial reaction to it. And I heard that song over and over. There's no point me sitting through that one again. This video is going to be long enough as it is. And that song, that's one of those songs where it's playing in my head right now. Like, I know that song off by heart. It would be interesting to see how it still stacks up against the others. But now I think listening to the rest of the album, I think it still holds up really, really well. But this one, I'm really thinking that I'm going to have to watch the videos back and see what the highest rating I've given out so far is. But that, fam, that's very much touching a 9, 9.5. I mean, fam, for what a droll love song can be, for starters, I didn't even know it existed. I didn't really know that is something that could be done. I'm trying to cast my mind back. I think Digger's got Toxic, but that's slightly different. And then Lowski's got a few. But nah, like, I'm actually trying to think of, like, throughout the rest of the scene, like, who's made songs like this. AM made Tug on Back Like We Never Left. I know that one exists, AM Skendo. But really, like, the way he did this was very, very, and especially given his circumstances as well, fam, like, that is, I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. That's a very, very good song. Very, very good song. And that's, fam, that's why I'm always running PR for this guy, man, on Twitter. Like, he's a serious artist. Not just a draw artist, but, like, the music this guy makes is actually cold. Like, I rate this guy. He's a very talented rapper. To be able to combine love type of songs. Like, I literally said this is like a certified lover boy type beat. Like, this is the type of beat you'd hear on Drake's last album. Well, not the last one, but the one before that, last year. But it's CB. Like, what on earth is this going to be? Fam, I'm very, very shocked. I'm very, very shocked. I'm very impressed as well. I think even the title of the song is smart. Married to the Streets doesn't exactly give it away at all. But after listening to it, it's a very smart title to give it. That's a line in the song. But he's saying she wants to get married, but I'm married to the streets. Fam, I have to give that one a 9. No, fam, nah, I can't lie. I'm gonna have to give that one a 10. Cause I'm that shocked. I'm that, fam, I can't even get my words out. Fam, I'm interested to see what you lot think about this one, honestly, because I am really, really surprised. I'm really shocked. I'm really impressed. Overall, that's the main emotion I'm taking, is I'm impressed, because that's a very, very good song from CB about love. Like, no, I have to give that one a 10. That's nuts. I big up CB, man, because honestly, fam, I love this guy's music, and I'm being impressed more and more and shocked, pleasantly surprised every time he drops something new. Fam, fair enough. Married to the Streets by CB. Fam, I'm giving that one a 10. I'll be so wrong. I'm giving that one a 10. Alright, now we got track number 12, Vladimir Putin. Now, given current circumstances, I have no clue what this song's gonna be at all. But I'm actually kind of nervous knowing the kind of music CB makes. What on earth is he gonna say? Without any further ado,
we will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. If you want war, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
yeah, that's what that I don't know who it was one of the American politicians said that, but I don't believe that was about Putin. That was about, I think that was about Iran. That was like 2020, that was about Iran.
Woody do it, told them burn my hoodie.
But that's a cold quote to put in this.
They know what the gang do, they know what the gang did. Broadday we tape strips, I don't condone fake shit. Really do them bootings, you can say I got a gun habit. Cock it back, double tap it, headshot, brain damage. Pissed off cause most of my ops on the wing. Even way when they was on road, I couldn't find a thing. Yeah, I've been lurking, these ops been hurting. Everybody beefs CB until I'm in person.
I need to hear this start again. Fam, again, this is another rap song. And he's doing his thing. I told you, he's a very cold rapper.
They know what the gang do, they know what the gang did. Broadday we tape strips, I don't condone fake shit. Really do them bootings, you can say I got a gun habit. Cock it back, double tap it, headshot, brain damage. Pissed off cause most of my ops on the wing. Even way when they was on road, I couldn't find a thing. Yeah, I've been lurking, these ops been hurting. Everybody beefs CB until I'm in person. I was only on violence, now I'm on my money too.
Everybody beefs CB until it's in person. When you see him, you're no longer beefing him, you're running away.
About 1,000 raps and a crib in Malibu, getting tired of stabbing.
What's he saying?
I was only on violence, now I'm on my money too. Need about 1,000 raps and a crib in Malibu, getting tired of stabbing youths. Mummy needs a big yard, but I'll still do time for Nero, that's my big dog. And free my drillers every time, for my drillers I'm a ride. Touch mine and I'm taking niggas' lives. I ain't capping, this is deeper than rapping. Ops to ops, how they know I'll make it happen. I'll forever stay banging. I grew up running savages and bandits, and when I catch that youth is needing more than a bandage. This beef ain't ending till all the ops deaded. Couple draws I can't mention, it will have me on a sentence. And
he said that line, he said that before, I think maybe Talk On My Name, can't remember, he has said something similar than that.
I ain't no rapper, I'm far from a trapper, I'm a driller. The one that got him down with the spinner. These niggas bunch of rappers and so wanna be killers. They ain't look man in the eyes and pull back on that trigger. Fuck the ops 10 times, I've drawn them more than 10 times. Everything was Gucci till I pulled up and I pressed mine. Do a draw then get high, these niggas love to tell lies. Drilling them rapping, that's me living my best life.
Flow.
But I can't do both.
Drilling then rapping, that's me living my best life. Man.
Draw them get high, these niggas love to tell lies. Drilling them rapping, that's me living my best life. But I can't do both, I'm really out on these roads. I swear this shit is a joke, but these ops gotta go. I'm really...
It's lines like that separate CB from everyone else. He just says wild things like that, man.
The most, so I sleep with the smoke. I got the power like Ghost, and if you know, then you know.
Hard.
I've been booting.
The power like Ghost, obviously Ghost is a character on the show Power.
Been losing, you don't wanna see me with that Russian Vladimir Putin.
Hard.
Pull up then it's smoky. All the ops know me, no rapper, get him down with my pokey. I'm a savage, don't start beef, you can't manage these niggas, they love capping, they ain't living what they rapping. Still Woody, do a draw, then burn my hoodie. He ratted on these niggas, how could he? Pussy.
It's a hard way to end the song as well.
Still Woody, do a draw, then burn my hoodie. He ratted on these niggas, how could he? Pussy.
Very abrupt end to it. That was weird. The way the beat just cut out like that was a bit eerie. But yeah, and I was thinking to myself earlier that I feel like with an only drill album, there's only so much you can kind of do, like content-wise. Like, obviously, as a drill rapper, or as a rapper who's predominantly made drill music, you're naturally going to talk more about drilly stuff. But here he's talking about having a house in Malibu and all that sort of kind of stuff, that's saying that he wants more than this in his life. I feel like you can kind of do that more with rap songs than you can on drill songs. I feel like drill songs, they don't limit you in a sense. But it's like, I don't know, just that's kind of... I don't know, it depends, because you can find some examples of drill songs like that, but it's very, very rare. Whereas with rap music, the genre kind of lends itself to that. Like, it's more the... Well, man, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the content you can talk about is more broad, more general, rather than in drill music, it's mainly just about the streets kind of stuff. Whereas in rap, you can talk about those things. And I was thinking to myself earlier, I feel like, yeah, that's what makes this album really good, because there's a very big range. I feel like CB is someone who, when you think of CB, you just think drill, drill, drill. And this album is very much drill, drill, drill. But it's a bit more than that as well, which is what I really appreciate. Another rap song like this, when I saw the title, I was like, what's this guy gonna say? But now, you don't want to see me with that Russian Vladimir Putin hard. Reminds me, I think Digger said something similar once. So yeah, that's a hard bar. Yeah, what I rate that 1 out of 10? What I rate that one out of 10? I feel like I'd rate that one like a 8.5. That's a solid 8.5. But yeah, hearing CB rapping on more rap beats is definitely, I think, on the last album, I was mentioning it before, I think it was really only Still Waving that was like a definitively rap beat. On that album, I remember there were a lot of tunes. I think Take That Risk was even on that album, I think. Like, there was songs from like years, like some songs had been made like years before others on that album, whereas this one I feel like it's all much more, they were made within a closer scope of time to each other. So it's interesting to hear the variation, whereas before, if anything, he had more time to differentiate his sound. In less time, he's now differentiated his sound even more here than he did before. So hearing that is something I'm really impressed by. So yeah, I'd give that one a solid 8.5, and I'm really impressed and happy that we're seeing him rap more on just rap beats, as well as drill beats as well. This next song is Game of Thrones. I believe that's featuring M24, so I'm very excited to hear this one. Without any further ado, that beat's hard. Who produced it? Bubush. Bad music again.
Yo, my step on violence, really on fuckery. Trust you don't wanna bottom. Murder my mind when I rise that rusty. Anywhere I go, I'm comfy. Sit back, laugh for the gang car. Heard he got whacked, that perk was lovely. Me and C-top strikers, if it weren't me, it was him. I swear it must be. Really trying to do man badly. We draw these punks, then draw them again and again. Cause we way too catty. Blood got spilled when I put on my band.
That beat sounds like, with that like piano in the background, sounds a lot like a 2019 type of drill beat. Like, that sounds like an older variation of drill. I really like those drill beats as well.
There's C-top strikers, if it weren't me, it was him. I swear it must be. Really trying to do man badly. We draw these punks, then draw them again and again. Cause we way too catty. Blood got spilled when I put on my band. If bro said he's onto it,
I like the beat.
Him too, I'll draw man gladly. On the ride, I'm never the driver. Backseat, all man, pop out the passage.
His flow is nuts. I've been saying this, like, because with CB, because of the wild things he says, that captures your attention a lot. But like nowadays, when I listen to him, I'm actually realizing, hold on, the reason it's so hard is because he's been fluent this whole time. I just never actually gave him any credit for it. But now, across this album, I'm really appreciating his flows.
Draw them with their girlfriend or their children. And we catch man, we ain't filming, they don't like that.
What did he just say? And the clarity, the way he's, from what's the word? It's not clarity. Is it clarity? Yeah, his clarity here is very impressive.
Draw man gladly. On the ride, I'm never the driver. Backseat, all man, pop out the passage. We draw them with their girlfriend or their children. And we catch man, we ain't filming, they don't like that, but that's rawness.
That reminds me of his plugged in when he says, let me find where that guy sleeps or dead his mom, brother, sister, niece. And I was talking about with their girlfriend or their children. Okay.
Or their children. And we catch man, we ain't filming, they don't like that, but that's rawness.
And then that even links back to the last song, the clip he played at the start, where the guy says someone else is gonna raise your kids. Now he's saying, yeah, we'll catch you with your children. Someone else is not gonna have to raise the kids.
Two, I'll draw man gladly. On the ride, I'm never the driver. Backseat, all man, pop out the passage. We draw them with their girlfriend or their children. And we catch man, we ain't filming, they don't like that, but that's rawness.
And yeah, and on the ride, I'm never the driver. I mean, the case that's got him where he is today, that's very well documented. He's not like,
we catch man, we ain't filming, they don't like that, but that's rawness. And I really don't rate them.
They don't like that, but that's rawness. He's saying, yeah, they're fake. They don't like real things because they're fake, okay?
And we catch man, we ain't filming, they don't like that, but that's rawness. And I really don't rate them. Cause they bad it on socials, then on the pavement. Them man love skating. Cause they earn what I've done to their brethren, so I really don't blame them. I'll do it for the net, I'll see him the flesh and take his head off. When you know about drilling man Broadday, then going home and eating jello. I'm a different.
No, this guy kills me, man. This guy kills me. Aye.
Cause they bad it on socials, then on the pavement. Them man love skating. Cause they earn what I've done to their brethren, so I
really... Listen, you're doing a madness in central London, then you go home and eat jollof and goat's meat. Alright, man.
I'll do it for the net, I'll see him the flesh and take his head off. When you know about drilling man Broadday, then going home and eating jello.
How can you rhyme head off? Take his head off with eating jollof. Now this guy's not normal, man.
Different breed, put your hands on young CB.
Nah, this guy's actually not normal, man. This guy, fam, how can you rhyme those two phrases? What? Like, nah, like I can never imagine having the phrase take his head off and then think, what can I rhyme that with? What can I rhyme that with? Eating jet? Nah, this guy's insane.
And I really don't rate them. Cause they bad it on socials, then on the pavement. Them man love skating. Cause they earn what I've done to their brethren.
I really like this song though. I think in earlier songs, I was saying that there wasn't anything too notable about that one. But now in this one, we're not even halfway through his verse, so there's a lot to take away from this.
I'll do it for the net, I'll see him the flesh and take his head off. But you know about drilling man Broadday, then going home and eating jello.
But then to be fair to him, yeah, when you're writing an album, it's hard to always pack that punch into every single song. Naturally, some songs aren't going to be as good as the others. But I really, this song, this is one of the better ones.
Different breed, put your hands on young C being you're dead tonight. Then on one on, they do it for the gram, I do it 'cause I love to ride.
Get back, get fat. Man get washed if you come too close. Are you gonna shoot and miss some posts? And you didn't even hit the post. Got money and power trying to do it like ghosts. It was us, man, doing the most. I had another up boy got smoked. So now I'm gonna make a toast.
I'll do it for bro. How many times do we tape off road? Anywhere it goes, them man know we blow two different types of smoke trying to turn man goals. I ain't trying to air that you ain't involved. When man pull up, just don't be close. Those who fly and take off dogs, I'll swing my shot like Game of Thrones. I'll do it for bro. How many times do we tape off roads? Anywhere it goes, them man know we blow two different types of smoke trying to turn man goals. I ain't trying to air that you ain't involved. When man pull up, just don't be close.
I really miss these drill beats, you know. I really miss these older drill beats.
Those who fly and take off dogs, I'll swing my shot like Game of Thrones.
None of them sides got lock off. Crime scene road got tape. Well, you know about art way dropping. On the same day I dropped my tape. But they still talk on the internet. But apparently us man's fake. And apparently we don't bang. Why them niggas lie for goodness sake? Every day more money, more ops. That's why I still gotta grip my blade. And power as fuck get close. Then I might just flick my blade. Yes, and start inflicting pain. Another boy got turned spaghetti. That was us that gets the blame. Now the beef gets put.
Turned spaghetti, that's disgusting imagery, man.
Spaghetti, that was us that gets the blame. Now the beef gets put on the media. The streets is not the same. The feds try to lock man and throw away the key. Just got nigga got fame now. She wanna blow cause she heard I rap. And she don't even know my name. And they tryna beef man when he ain't got money. They must think this shit is a game. I ain't tryna air no sorry, cause sorry can't buy no soldier lorry. Numerous times man's done it on glides. When he tryna find man like Wally. Now you might see the young bulls on Was. When he tryna pop man like Molly. I know most of the men from Collie. They were never ever involved fully. Get back, get fat. Man get washed if you come too close. Are you gonna shoot and miss some posts? And you didn't even hit the post. Got money and power trying to do it like ghosts. It was us man doing the most. I had another up boy got smoked. So now I'm gonna make a toast.
I'll do it for bro.
Solid contribution.
Anywhere.
That's a solid contribution to the album.
Them man know we blow two different types of smoke trying to turn man goals. I ain't trying to air that you ain't involved. When man pull up, just don't be close. Those who fly and take off dogs, I'll swing my shot like Game of Thrones. I'll do it for bro. How many times do we tape off roads? Anywhere goes,
the
them
beat,
man.
Man.
We blow two different types of smoke trying to turn man goals. I ain't trying to air that you ain't involved. When man pull up, just don't be close. Those who fly and take off dogs, I'll swing my shot like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. On first listen, definitely one of the better songs in that album. 100%. 100%. Beat was flawless. Feature was very, very, very solid. CB's verse was very, very funny. Like, there's humor in it, but he's actually saying some real things as well. A lot of quotable lines from it. Yeah, definitely one of the strongest songs in that album. 100%. What I rate that one there out of 10? Yeah, I rate that one like a 9. That's more of a 9 out of 10. Very, very solid song. Very, very solid. And I was thinking to myself earlier, because we didn't actually listen to Rap or Road again, because it's still so fresh in my head. I'm sure it's pretty still fresh in a lot of yours. And I was thinking, like, where would I rank it in the terms of, like, does it still hold up relative to the rest of the album? I think 100% it does. When you're talking about how I was saying some of them don't have that notable, like, punch packed into them like that. I feel like Rap or Road is probably the reason that song dropped much before. I feel like that was supposed to be the song of the album. I think it still holds up as the song of the album, especially after listening to the others. I feel like, yeah, that's still very much the marquee song of the album, 100%. But this is a very strong contender. This one comes very, very close, not gonna lie. That's a very good song. The bar that put the title of the song in it was very, very smooth. The way it naturally wrapped into the rest of the hook, because you could tell where the hook was going, because that rhyme sound of Owns had been established already. So I was just waiting for him to say it, and it made a lot of sense. So yeah, no, I enjoyed that one. M24's a rapper that I quite like. He rarely misses as well. I'll be so raw. M24 rarely misses, especially when he's doing features. He's a very good feature artist. So I was expecting nothing less, and I was a very solid verse. So yeah, I give that one a 9 out of 10. So yeah, so far so good. Not gonna lie, I haven't really been disappointed by any of these songs apart from the one with Sus on it. I feel like it could have been a bit stronger. I feel like because there were a lot of people on it, so that But no, that's not really an excuse. There were like fair people in it. But yeah, that's the one song that you could say I was disappointed by. But that's only because of how high my hopes were, given the caliber of collaboration that it was. One of the best from the early days and one of the more popular and better artists from modern drill linking up made a lot of sense for that. It was a very big link up because yeah, it's quite rare you see artists from now who have literally just began to pop off really now link up with the ones that really established what the scene is today. It's very rare that you see. I can't really off the top of my head think of too many of those cases, especially someone from like the 2017 era to now. So that's why I was very excited, but nah, I wasn't as gassed afterwards as I was before. Otherwise, can't be disappointed with any of them so far. So I believe we still have a few more left, so let's see what they're saying. Yeah, so we got number 14 and number 15 left. We got number 14, Law of Attraction.
Call is from a person currently in a prison in England. All calls are logged and recorded and may be listened to by a member of prison staff. If you do not wish to accept this call, please hang up now.
All the risk I've taken, all the risk I've taken. I was sitting in the station thinking how I'm gonna bust these cases. Cause if I don't, I'll be gone for ages. No face, no case, no witness. You don't wanna end up on a hit list. I've turned big men to victim. Now I'm on the road to riches. Far from broke, but I need more figures. I was in the Ville getting packs on visits. I ain't got time for anything else if it ain't about money or drilling. Still onto the ops, yeah, I'm a ops. Spin your block like let's go fishing. Just can't rap don't mean I ain't with it. Got gone for anyone throwing up sixes.
This beat is very serious.
But same time I got bigger plans. Need me a crib and a bigger whack. Think about going back to Nigel. Do it like Mitch and invest in land. Yeah, I fell in love with bands. You fell in love with the us. Nah, didn't you know she a car? Sorry buddy, I'm on the Gaza getting money. Get a drop on the up, be there in a hurry. Pull up, bang, next on go fun. You don't wanna take that risk. My aim's on point, I swear I won't miss. More than half of the dudes I did. Niggas got hit. Keep to the mum one down with a change. She didn't like my music. I tried to throw some change. Now we're both on the same page. I was so broke when I never had nothing. I used to draw on an empty stomach. Come a long way from back in the day. Now I just want money in a bucket.
That seems nuts, man. That I'm not in a position to judge, but that seems nuts.
I used to draw on an empty stomach. Come a long way from back in the day. Now I just want money in abundance. Still been a smoky 20 function. Still been a up all day in public. Still leave the crime scene looking disgusting. And I still love it.
Yeah, still been a smoky to any function. I remember on Talking My Name was saying like he's saying he got some of that family function or something like that. I was like, yeah, or something about a family function. I remember that was one of the bars that established CB's knack of just saying wild things, like things that just no one else even thinks of. So yeah.
I love my Achilles, for them I get busy. AMV, I learned that from Snizzy. That's accept no violation. I don't fear anyone on these pavements. No way, never. It's me who applies that pressure. These hops really got man fed up. When they're all dead, I'll live life better. But I just wanna live life lavish. But same way when I double tap it. Gonna be rich with a hell of wax. I believe in the law of attraction. Yeah, man.
A shorter one, more to the point, but I rate it nonetheless. Just say what needs to be said. But I think one thing I've clocked about his music lately is that it's more reflective. Like, he's more talking about the future, saying this is what I want to happen, this is what I want to happen. I'm just focused on money now. Like, I think his mindset's changed. I mean, you can hear that in his reflection in music, especially Rapper Road. There was one line where he said, bro told me chill, leave these ops and just do music. I tried it out for a bit, but by next week I was booting. So he is actually making a conscious effort to kind of change like his mindset. So I feel like that's the main notable change in his music that I've heard, because with CB, he's just one person who just says very drilly stuff. That's why whenever I tell someone, like, if you want to get into drill music and understand what drill music is, listen to this guy. But I feel like nowadays it's kind of changing. Like, if you're listening to his music more, it's kind of changing, and that's reflected more throughout this album. So yeah, a much shorter one, much to the more to the point. When I rate that one there out of 10, I guess just a solid 8. Like I said, I feel like 8 is just the default standard for a CB song. Like, unless it's a bad song, none of these are bad songs. Like, there's times on albums, like I said, like, not every song can be that song. Like, not every song can have the same punch packed into it. So I need to sneeze. No, I don't. So naturally, some songs are gonna sound way better than others. However, with that being said, sometimes on albums, there's just some songs that are just dead. Like, just never gonna listen to them again. I wouldn't say there's any songs in this album that I'm listening to and I'm like, yeah, this is the only time I ever listened to this in my life. There's no song like that. Some are much shorter and much way more to the point. So if you're listening to that whole album, you still wouldn't skip them. Like, I feel like this is an album you can listen to without skipping any of the songs. Which is very impressive because this guy's been gone for a while now, and to still maintain that level of musical ability is very impressive. Because there's guys on the outside, they're dropping albums. I'm skipping songs. I'm not gonna lie, I'm skipping songs. So this album's not one of them. So I'll give that one like a solid 8 out of 10. Cool. Which now puts us onto the last one, which is No Lies Freestyle. V2, so I believe there was a volume 1 of this. I'm trying to remember. I feel, was that the one that dropped on GRM Daily a few years ago, 2020? I think I reacted to that. I don't know if that was called No Lies, but it may have been, which is why this is V2. And I believe this is the final song on that album.
Gaza, A's up, G's up, till I freeze up. SF squeeze first.
So yeah, this has been a very impressive team.
How many man can rap and tell no lies? All the things I've done for the guys. Done more than risk my life. Splash man deep trying to see inside this beef.
This is back to the drill.
So all the ups dead, that's normal. We get ups down, that's pro. Lost my step, I left man awful. That's another point for the scoreboard. Been taking over. Back in the day, they was winning, but things been different. Ever since man got older, we carry this beef on our shoulders. This beef's on tops and I hate these ops. So it's only right that I spin their block. I ain't gotta talk too much, cause they notice us when their friends get shot. Still warring, and I don't get.
When the what get what?
It's on tops and I hate these ops. So it's only right that I spin their block. I ain't gotta talk too much, cause they notice us when their friends get shot. Still warring.
I thought you said when the feds get shot, I was like, hard? No, but yeah.
And it don't get boring, last time I caught man boarding. Man, step over there, no warning. Get caught, that's your family mourning. So you better stay on your feet, no falling. This ain't a game, there's no respawning. When I step out, got it on deck, so you best approach with caution. I ain't lost no friends, but they lost their buddies. Life work mad like Chucky. Get caught with your youth, man, I'll kick that buggy. I swear this beef is ugly. Bro ain't gotta say a word if he punch you out.
Wait a minute, fam, didn't Young did say that in Time Will Tell? He said something like that, and I'll kick that youth right out of the pram. Yeah, put one hand in my thumb, I'll kick that youth right out of the pram. He said that, he's now just flipped that.
Portrait caution. I ain't lost no friends, but they lost their buddies. Life work mad like Chucky. Get caught with your youth, man, I'll kick that buggy. I swear this beef is ugly.
Yeah, he flipped a bar from like 5 years ago. I don't know if he knew he did that, but that's what just happened.
Bro ain't gotta say a word. If he punch you out, then I'll turn man dumpy. And I really got a fetch for spinners, but lately I kinda fell in love with a brucky. Never been a one for verbal, leave that shit to the ops. I slap my man with the spins, but last guy hit got slapped by the dots. They always ask why I'm so violent. I grew up on a violent block. He got and he got. All now they still making songs. Block, bang it, or I'll splashing. Either way, I'm trying to turn man off. No capping in my rapping, I'll leave the booth. Now if I get that drop, I was in always there, got.
He could be halfway through a bus. Hold on, my phone's ring, and then he leaves the studio. Okay.
Yeah, ups in the ends when I left that spot. Better not sit on the fence. If I see you with them, just know you might end up shot. War is war. Music's music. Fuck with the gang, you must be stupid. Drip on tag and still do bootings. Reckless, swear down. Should've seen the way I left him. You know I'm on, don't ask no questions. Them man fake, I call them wrestlers. You best respect me some real life drillers.
Fake, I call them wrestlers because wrestling's fake. I remember at primary school when the news broke that wrestling was fake, and that was a very, very sad day.
Mate was C that did it. That boy got by the gang, good riddance. Back to the block, man's backstrap billing. The man take L's, we keep on winning. All the things I've done is horrid. I pray to God, but I can't stop sinning. Back in the day was throwing up blue. Nowadays all I wanna do is turn man red. Used to run man down for fun. Now for fun, I'll fill him with lead. Rise that whack and fry him. Aim up high. I've never been a one for legs. Anytime SF go on alert, that's murder or some serious attempts. Back in the day was throwing up blue. Nowadays all I wanna do is turn man red. Used to run man down for fun. Now for fun, I'll fill him with lead. Rise that whack and fry him. Aim up high. I've never been a one for legs. Anytime SF go on alert, that's murder or some serious attempts.
I believe that wraps up the album. I believe so. But one more file left. Yeah, there's one more file left. I don't believe it's a song. So big up CB for sending me this early. But I'll check it out. What was this last thing? It's a trailer 2023. Hold on. We'll listen to this and then we'll review the whole thing.
2 hands on a mash, Broadday still dishing that smoke. When I jump in the ride, I load it up and I leave my phone. When we rolling up, any friend of a op can still get smoked. Or your block man luck, if you punch was there, something would've got burst.
We didn't get this song.
And I step with skanks, so ride on me, better brush yours first. You ain't been back since your boy got shot. Most of my team on the landing, and it's still slapping like they on road. And when I get round, I ain't vamping, up block camping, I'll do it and go.
Through the squad, now it's me and my siblings touring. Said he got banged, but they stay computing. Tuck come through, but the gang team's looting. We don't need no double recruiting. Had to slow down the music.
Fam, I was literally saying to myself earlier, I was like, fam, they're both from East. I know these two don't have beef. Fam, why did they link up? I was literally saying to myself, fam, why have they not made a song together?
Had to slow down the music to turn up the shootings and man just it's amusing.
Sense to the world that's Gaza, and they know you say we the baddest. Splash man bait, serve man hollows. Why do you think the gang on oboe?
I don't wanna have no convo, I wanna splash in quickly, pronto.
These stupid men just speak on the track to their boy turns.
Who was that? Hold on, who was that?
I have no convo, I wanna splash in quickly, pronto.
These stupid men just speak on the track to their boy turns packets deeper than rap.
I can't like CB, you're speaking facts, we used to slap man for speaking back.
Had a dream that I jumped on a ride on the up and I bun him in front of his mom.
That's LD. Fam, this next album sounds even better. Wait, what? Wait. Wait, what? It sounds even harder. Nah, this guy, fam, this guy's such a G, man. Deep that his current situation and he's still making better collabs than literally most of the people. Fam, that's a lot of information to just take in. Like, what? CB and Unknown T, CB and Outdown, and I'm very, very, very excited for that. Must we have to wait until next year for that. Fam, let me go blow my nose and I'll come back and review the whole thing. Just realised I never even reviewed that final song, but now I feel like it's a freestyle, so very similar content, naturally, like I've been saying. With a Draw album, like, naturally, a lot of it will sound similar because it's the same kind of stuff we're talking about, but it's about the small things, like I said, like the notable things in each song that differentiate each of them. And on that final one, there wasn't anything too not being said, but more the fact that just a nice way to wrap up that. A very, very good album, let me not lie. Because like I said, as much as it can be hard, with a Draw album, it's always naturally going to be hard to differentiate each song from the others. But I feel like what makes them different, like when I think of like Draw albums, like the benchmark for Draw albums, Driller's Perspective 1, and then Drillers and Trappers 2. Now, they're two very, very different albums, two or three technically, artists with two very, very different styles. DXT2, it was more the bars on that tape, which is nuts, and the beats made them different. Whereas on Drillers Perspective 1, like I said, throughout this album's reaction, there were songs on that from years apart. Like, I remember, obviously, Take That Risk is 2017. The Things, initially, I heard that leaked in like 2018, but then that album was 2019, so I heard it from a year before. So that was made and it clearly existed in 2018. But then there were other songs on it, like the one with Wish, the one with YCB. What was my favourite? Do It Again was probably my favourite on the album that we were yet to hear. Talk My Name was on that album. So there were songs that we'd known and had gotten to know for literally years on the album. So I feel like it had an advantage because going into it, there were some of the best songs the genre's ever seen. We already knew were going to be on the album, which naturally inflated how high of an album it was already going to be. Before we'd even heard the rest of it, like there was only so much he could have done to ruin that reputation of the album. Like, that album started off as a 10. Like, there were multiple iconic after iconic drill song on the album. So really it was a matter of how bad can he make the others, because this album is going to be a minimum like a 9. This album was different, apart from Rapport Road, which I'd already given a 10. I feel like that rating of a 10 still stands. Like I said in that reaction, in terms of like what a drill song is, what you want from a drill song. You're gonna be ticking every single box. You can make new boxes and you'll still tick them from that song. Like, that song was just flawless. The beat was very, very cold. R14 again. I believe with that included, he had, I think, 3 or 4 beats on this album, which is impressive. I think him and 5 were probably the most prominent producers on that album. And the beats were top notch. I feel like there wasn't any beat on this album where I felt like, nah, I don't like that. So again, like I've been saying in all my reactions, you have to give credit to the artist for the beat as well, because they picked the beat. Obviously the producer made it, so they get the props for the beat itself, but the fact that that's the beat you're hearing on the song, you give props to the artist for that, because they selected that beat. They heard probably bunch of beats and we're like, not that one, this one fits the song I'm trying to deliver with this music. And so you have to give credit to them for that. But now overall, I'm very impressed with that. Like I said, there's only so much you can really do with a drill tape, but I feel like he went above and beyond. He put rap songs in there, so there were songs that were very, very different. I feel like there weren't any two songs on his tape that were like exactly the same. They were all very different in their own right. They all had their own thing to them. Some of them, there were more notable things to them than others. The features, obviously, in each of the songs, the features is going to be naturally much different to the ones where there's not. Favorite feature, M24's was good, Snizzy, and I forgot the other guy's name, but that song was very good. I like that one. And yeah, like I said, the only one that I feel like disappointed was the Sus one, but that's only because of how high my expectations were beforehand. I feel like if I was going into that, if I didn't know any of the artists on that song, and someone just blank gave me that song to listen to, probably would have rated it as low as I did. I think I still gave it an 8, which is a solid rating. I was just expecting it to be like a 9.5. It wasn't bad by any means. It's just because I thought it would be like the song on the album. And from my DMs and people on YouTube, I've been seeing comments about that one song, mainly because of who's on it. But I feel like after listening to it, probably wasn't as impressed as I thought I was going to be. But it's still impressive, don't get me wrong. But I feel like it could have been better. Otherwise, nothing wrong, nothing bad to take from the album as a whole, at all. Would I still rate Rapper Road as the best song on the album? Yes, probably. He probably does as well, which is why that's the song that released before, to hype up that album in the first place. To show you that, yo, not only am I making music, I'm making very good music at the moment. So I'm just gonna drop you this, and then you can look forward to the rest of that album. So I think that was very smart from a strategic and a marketing point of view to give us arguably the best song. I'm not going to definitively say it is, but in my opinion, that was the best song, or the one I liked the most. So for him to give us that one first was very smart, because we know, this album's going to be worth tuning into if he's dropping this kind of music. Because like I said in that reaction, the waves that song, the snippet caused on Twitter, everyone's like, fam, I was seeing tweets saying, oh, fam, like, I don't even listen to drill music, but this is very good music. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is good drill music. And I feel like that's represented and reflected throughout the rest of that album. I feel like when it comes to drill albums, you're not really gonna get too much better than that. I feel like with CB, he's reached a level where, obviously back in 2018, naturally this guy's music was just in its own lane. But I feel like as the years have gone by, the fact that I'm still saying that is very, very impressive. A lot of people establish their own lane, and then like a motorway, that lane just fades into the rest of the road. But I feel like with CB, nah, that lane is very much still its own lane. I feel like no one's really making music like he does. There's just something about it, can't really put my finger on it, but it's just the way some of the songs just say something nuts, and you're just like, why would you even think of that, let alone say it? Like when he said, take man's head off, what you know about doing a drill, going home and eating jollof. Like the fact that you can just do stuff like that, like humor, but it's very effectively, effectively it's a form of dark humor when you think about it, really, because the things he's making jokes about, but he's making jokes, so it's humor, but the content of the joke is very, very dark. Like, you're talking about taking a man's head off and then going home eating your favorite rice. Like, that's very, very nuts. And I feel like that's kind of what makes his music so unique. And like I've said, his flows throughout, each song has its own type of flow. And that's what makes his music very different and very impressive and very drill. And I think he will remain the benchmark of drill music. And so, especially when you're talking about modern day drill, like I said, A Driller's Perspective 1, those songs ranged from years, like they were years in the making effectively, whereas this one is a very modern day drill album, and it's still very different to other drill. I feel like I said, I'm not really seeing drill like that being done by other people. It's very much still his own sound, which I have to commend him for. So overall, when I rate that one there out of 10, I think overall I would give that one an 8.5/8. Like an 8.25. Shout out my boy Shadiq. I give that one an 8.25 overall. Very strong album. A lot of notable songs. notable lines to take from this. I'm already seeing people quoting lyrics from this album on Twitter. So, yeah, very, very impressed. And, yeah, CB, I wish you well. I wish you the best in your situation. Keep making everyone laugh and keep making music like this. Because, yeah, it's very clear that he's established his own lane in this genre. And I'm very excited to hear the next album because Unknown T, LD, fam, already, for me personally, the music I listen to, those features rank higher than the features we saw here. So I'm very excited to hear what we're going to hear on that album. And even the beats on that one sounded breezy as well. So, yeah, big up everyone involved in this album, BK, 5, R14, CB himself, M24, everyone that contributed to this. But for now, I've been Swatchy14. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back again soon.